So, it's Leah Hart back at Drake Cove, and today we are doing the Darkling Challenge. I'm rather excited about it. Let's get started. There are quite a few questions, so I will do this as quickly as I can. What is your favorite candle scent? Well, I have a list. I really love patchouli, clove, cinnamon, Marionberry by Woodwick. I think those are my main favorites, like the woodsy kind of flavors. And do I have a favorite book? Well, Anne Rice's Vampire Chronicles would probably be my favorite. I'm a huge fan of J.K. Rowling as well, so it's really hard to choose between the two, but they both have been very influential in my my growth as an artist as much as a writer, for that matter. So they both have had a pretty big influence in my life. Are you a tea or coffee person? I'm both. It depends on for what and what kind and what's available, but I guess if I had to choose between the two, I'd probably choose coffee. Caffeine is definitely my friend. What is my favorite brand and color of lipstick? Well, I have three that I'm really fond of. 3 different brands and several different colors. Kat Von D Echo, that is definitely one of them. Tater Round's Beauty, their Marilyn Manson collection. I reviewed their stuff and I still love their stuff just as much as I did when I first tried it. And Pretty Zombie Cosmetics in Black Cat, which is what I'm wearing today. Is that black lipstick? Oh god. What is my favorite perfume or cologne? Kat Von D Center or Coco Chanel Mademoiselle? Which, by the way? I'm almost out, and it's very sad. Do I have a celebrity crush? Yes. I suppose you could say I do. My husband and I both have our own crushes on different celebrities, so... Jennifer Lawrence, Johnny Depp, Marilyn Manson, It's Black Friday, and yes, on YouTube, and Mikey from Glam and Gore. And It's Black Friday, although I do find her very attractive, it's more like a, I look up to her kind of thing. Like, she's a great influence in the Gothic community, the modern Gothic community anyway. And I love her looks, and I love the videos she does, and her personality that comes through in them, so yeah. And then Mikey from Glam and Gore is also a very good influence, but she's also really, really adorable. So it's hard not to find her attractive, I think. Let's see. If I had to give up the color black, what color would I choose? I guess I'd dress more boho if I had to pick a whole new fashion. And I was raised by hippies, and I love my parents. I was raised by a family who, they're very different and very non-traditional in a lot of ways. And not in bad ways, just not, normal. I guess it's really hard to decipher what exactly is normal, but, whatever. So, long story short, they got me really interested into, hippie music and everything from the 60s all the way to early 2000s. It's got that same vibe, it started with things like the Beatles and Janis Joplin and just the whole entire realm of music and what music really ended up meaning and how it got even more meaningful as time went on. So on and so forth. So I guess boho fashion also has a meaning to me. It's the second favorite, but I guess I'd wear green, purple, red, blue, brown, that sort of thing if I was gonna wear like boho clothes. But if I could still keep my, fashion that I wear now, I would wear probably gray, like a dark gray, or is that cheating? Or maybe, I don't know, I guess eggplant purple. Eggplant purple and gray. I think would be my go-to. If you could change your name to a stereotypical 90s, early 2000s Gothic name, what would it be? Well, how about Lilith? Lilith is kind of cool. Or, well, I could use my stage name, Lady Ephemera. Yeah, that might be nice. I think that would probably be my favorite. What are your top 3 tips for surviving hot weather clad? Well, quite a few things. I'm going to give you more than just 3, because this is kind of important. First of all, stay hydrated. Spray on sunscreen. Cut up black t-shirts. A parasol, layers, black lace long vests, lightweight cotton clothing, bandos in like dark red, blue, green, purple, whatever accent color you want. Like let's say you're wearing a tank top that has really long cuts right here on the side so you could see your bra. If you don't want your bra to show, wear a bandeau in whatever accent color you have. Like let's say if I was going to wear an accent color for this, it'd be green. So I could wear a green bandeau right there if the sleeves were cut that low. If you guys are interested, I can do a whole video on just surviving summer as a goth, because that can be very difficult. Especially for you baby bats out there. Trust me, you don't have to wear a leather jacket every day. I swear, I did not think that as baby bat. Okay, just gonna hit it a little bit. What song will always make you happy? Doesn't have to be a goth song or band. Well, I have a list. Killer Queen by Queen. Friday I'm in Love by The Cure. A Girl Like You by Edwin Collins. 100 Years by Piper Friday. And my absolute favorite, Imagine by Darkling. Are you active in the arts? Very. I'm my own boss at Dread Cove. I make wool dreadlocks, among other things. But I'd like Dread Cove to take several different directions. As much as I love dreads, I also want to branch out into like clothing and jewelry, perfume, all sorts of things. So we'll see where that goes. If you guys have any ideas or comments you'd like to make on that, just let me know. If you had a teacup inscribed especially for you, what would it say? Well, that's a tough one. I don't know, it'd probably be like a quote from a movie, or maybe a quote from a song. I'll come back to that one in the future, I think. That's a hard one. Maybe it would say something sarcastic, like, or maybe it'd be like a Doctor Who cup. It would say something like, don't blink. I don't know. What is your #1 non-gothy hobby? Well, I don't really know if it's not gothy or not, but I mean, I guess that's experimenting with dreads, and making dreadlocks doesn't have to be gothy, but it kind of can be, so it kind of goes both ways. I don't really know if you guys would consider that gothy or not, but either way, I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. If you could be a supernatural creature, what would it be and why? A vampire, for sure. What horror-based superpower would you have? Flying or mind control? Those are pretty simple. Do you feel confident or comfortable interacting with other goths or gothy people online or in real life? Why or why not? That's a pretty interesting question. Of course. I mean, I find it easier to get along with people that are like-minded, whether it be their love for tattoos, or their love for makeup, or their love for fashion in general. Yeah, I mean, I think it's easier to talk with people that are more like-minded. It's easier to talk to people that get why you're interested in what you're interested in and aren't going to judge you. So I guess it's like being able to recognize something about someone that you like about yourself. So like if somebody's wearing the same backpack as you, like let's say they have the same gothy coffin backpack or something of that sort, and they happen to also be goth, then that backpack is a great way to start talking to them and just say, hey, that's cool, I have the same one, and break the ice. So yeah, I mean, I guess it means you have more in common, like more likely to have more in common. So that's nice. Yeah. What is more important for a look? Great hair or great makeup? Well, that's really difficult. I'm a cosmetologist and a professional licensed cosmetologist, and that's too hard. I mean, if I went to a salon, to work, and I didn't have my hair done, or I didn't have my makeup done that day, either way, that would be terrible. I mean, your boss would probably send you home kind of thing, if you had a boss. And if you just, are doing booth rental, there's a pretty good chance that your clients aren't gonna want to get their hair done by you if you don't look really professional. So both are really, really important, but if I had to choose, makeup, because you can make a messy bun look good. It's possible. Or it's possible to backcomb your hair, put some product in it, or put it up in a way that looks semi-fancy, or a braid if it's long enough, or there's a lot of different ways you can make hair look good. But I think makeup is pretty important in most things. Unless it's, not necessary, in which case then hair. So I guess it depends. Is there something you wish there was more of in your subculture? Goths. No, I'm just kidding. How about more goth people that are more welcoming to baby bats? That seems to be more important to me than just about anything else, like when it comes to our subculture. Baby bats are kind of shooed away, and like no other goth that's been goth for a really long time wants to hang out with them because they're so young. It's weird, they're so immature and inexperienced sometimes, or sometimes just inexperienced that they don't know. And some people don't like ignorance, but how are they gonna know unless somebody teaches them? It's kind of unfair to just expect them to learn. Some things, some people learn differently, and so having a mentor that can kind of help you through understanding, like, you should know about the music, you should know about the history, you should know why, not just what. And I think that's pretty important, and to understand what it is to have a healthy respect for the subculture as much as you do the fashion. So it's also kind of a way of thinking, a way of life, and being a good human being and being goth, I think should go hand in hand. Not just, exclusively, but there are definitely other people out there that are amazing human beings that aren't goth, but I think that goth people in general may be scary to some, but if you're nice, if you're a genuinely good person to other people, I think that's so important. Just being nice to people that you don't know even. Just the smallest gesture of kindness can change someone's entire day. I mean, what if somebody went to Quick Trip for coffee and they were thinking about killing themselves, but you held the door open and you smiled at them. And you said, I hope you have a good day. And you meant it. And they could tell that you meant it. And maybe they won't kill themselves. You never know what's going to keep somebody from going over the edge. Or you never know what you just did to make their day feel better. Maybe they get bullied in high school every day and they don't feel like anybody likes them. You never know. I just try to be nice to everybody I can. Obviously, that's not always possible, but as much as it is, it's pretty important. Care to share an embarrassing story related to your darkliness? Nothing really comes to mind. Shoot. That's a hard one. No, can't really think of anything that is involved with my being dark. I can't really come up with anything off the top of my head. How are you at DIY? Well, I kind of went over this a little bit before, but I'm pretty decent. I mean, I make threads, I paint, I draw, I do other crafting stuff, I do hairstyling, I do writing, I do costumes for burlesque, and a bunch of other things. Quickly describe your ideal wedding. Well, I'm married right now. Oh shame. So anyway, yeah, Dustin already gave me my fairy tale wedding. So yeah, if you guys are interested, I could do a whole video on our wedding, like a whole video talking about everything that happened. And we had a gothic burlesque Doctor Who wedding. It was pretty awesome. So we had the doctor marry us. It was excellent. We had so much fun. The TARDIS was the altar. And it was great. It was just so much fun, and it was so perfect. My dress was red and black, and Dustin wore a red and black as well. He had an old-fashioned tailcoat. It was so pretty. I loved it. Or handsome, I suppose. Dapper. Dapper is the word. Confessional, true or false? I love watching cheesy romance novels. Guilty as charged. True. I enjoy certain romance novels and certain romance movies and chick flicks and stuff like that. Like just popcorn for the brain. So yeah, it's just something fun and simple. It doesn't have a whole lot of too much substance. I always remember to wash off my makeup at night. True, your skin is very important, and I mean, your face especially is the skin is so sensitive. And over time, if you don't wash your makeup off, then you're gonna end up with wrinkles and dry skin and pores that are the size of frickin' Texas. No thank you. I would rather avoid that. My esthetician would kick my butt if I didn't wash my makeup off at night, every time. I'm kidding, of course. Sorry, Raquel. Just joking. I sleep with plushies. False. No. You see any plushies back there? No. I wear non-black pajamas most nights. False. I usually wear black pajamas. My Guinness pants are black and gold. But I just kind of wear old clothes to bed sometimes, or nice little black nighties, stuff like that. I listen to disbanded boy bands sometimes. False. I don't unless I'm at a party or something, or at I guess if a friend of mine wanted to listen to old 90s music, then I would listen to old, like Backstreet Boys or NSYNC. I guess I would listen to them. I think Andrew Eldritch is overrated. Well, for those of you who don't know, he is the singer of Sisters of Mercy, and he's kind of a douchebag in real life. So, in my opinion, he's overrated just because of his personality, but as for music, I think he's an artist. He's really good. But I love his music, but as a human being, he sucks. So, I think he's overrated. That's just my opinion. Oh, and he cancels his concerts at the drop of a hat, which is extremely irritating and very disrespectful to the fans who travel for long distances just to go and see this person perform. And as a performer myself, I can't stand it when performers do things like that. I've done so many different performances, just totally unable to. My first burlesque show, I had a broken foot. Didn't tell anyone because I wanted to do it, because I was so scared that I wouldn't get the chance or get into the troupe I was trying to get into if I didn't do this show. So I did a burlesque number with a broken foot. Andrew Eldritch, you have no excuse. It's just my opinion, but still, you have no excuse. I don't like vampires. False. As long as it's written by Anne Rice or Bram Stoker or whatever, as long as it's written by anybody other than Stephanie Meyer. Oh my god, fuck Twilight, no. Real vampires don't fucking sparkle. Just saying. I don't like clubs. False. I do. I do sometimes. It depends on the club. I worked at the same gay bar for 5 years, and I did burlesque and drag. It was a great amount of fun. I loved it. I became really close to the people there that performed also. and they're kind of my drag family. I love them dearly, and I miss them so much. They're back in Kansas. I'm dating a non-darkly inclined person. Correction, I married a non-darkly inclined person. He likes to wear more businessy clothes, and they look very nice, and I really appreciate his style and his fashion. And yeah, I think they fit him nicely. I don't enjoy graveyards. False. I love graveyards so much. It's so beautiful and peaceful. And at night it might be a little spooky. Blood makes me queasy. False. I'd sooner faint than pet a spider. True if it's a small spider, but if it's... I've handled a tarantula before and they're awesome. The small ones are the ones that are super venomous and terrifying. I don't like haunted houses. False. I love them. I've never read Dracula. False again. I have read it and I quite enjoyed it. I think Bela Lugosi's Dead is a long and boring song. False. I listen to it when I'm writing. So that was all of it. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and again, this was the Darkling Tag. I was tagged by Unicorn Pies, and she's so sweet and so adorable, and love her videos. And she's also a really great goth influencer on the web. So be sure to go over there and to subscribe to her channel as well and check out her stuff. And as usual, subscribe, like, comment, anything that you'd like. Maybe any videos you guys would like to see. Do you guys want to see me do a video about like how to survive being goth in the summer, being goth at the pool, or maybe my wedding video, kind of like talking about my wedding. I don't have video of the wedding, but I could show you pictures. I could show you my wedding dress and Dustin's wedding outfit as well. I could do all sorts of videos. So anything you guys want to see, just let me know. Leave a comment below. And yeah, until then, I will see you guys next time.